and this is TGS News. Today, we're breaking down the biggest science headlines with biologist and science communicator Dan Riskin. Dan, what are we leading with today?
Let's lead with your black dress just got an upgrade.
Oh.
Scientists at Cornell have made ultra black fabrics.
Oh.
Look at this. I've got a little sample here. Let me take the lid off. That is ultra black in the middle. I'm not even allowed to touch it. This is what normal black looks like. See how much darker it is?
It just is absorbing that light, Dan.
It sucks the light out of your eyeballs. This is inspired by a bird called a rifle bird. And the males have evolved these feathers that are super, super black to impress females. And I know it's a good-looking bird.
That's a stunner.
I know, you like
birds. It's working. Yeah.
I know, it's working. All the females are impressed, even the human females.
Yeah.
But the way the bird works is that it's got these microstructures that actually, when a little bit of light reflects off the black, it gets reflected inwards instead of going out towards your eye.
Wow.
They've done the same thing with their fabric, and as a result, they've been able to make these amazing fabrics that they can make dresses out of. So if you look at this dress, Larissa Shepard is the researcher that made this. It's not just black, it's ultra black.
That is absolutely fantastic, Dan. Ultra black fabric that reflects almost no light. It's as dark as my soul. All right, Dan, what's our next science headline?
I didn't know you were a death metal person.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yep.
The second one is, you know when you're like trying to focus on something and all of a sudden you realize your brain hasn't been working for a couple of seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're tired. Well, researchers have kind of figured out what your brain is up to in those moments. It happens when you're tired. So what they did is they brought people into the lab either when they're awake or when they had to stay up all night, and they looked at their performance on this task. And sometimes people just absolutely zoned out while they were having their brain scanned. And what they found is the brain is actually draining cerebrospinal fluid and putting in new cerebrospinal fluid in those moments, which is something we thought you only did when you were sleeping. So it's like your brain says, hey, you didn't get enough sleep last night, and I need to change the bathwater on my brain. So I'm gonna do that right now, and you just won't know what's happening for a second. So your brain's working for you, not failing you, working for you.
Fantastic news, Dan. This just in, officials confirmed that if I zone out today, it's just my brain running a quick rinse cycle.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what else is making some science news today?
All right. Also, we have some information about brain age. So it turns out that your body obviously has a certain look to it in terms of guessing how old a person is based on their body. Your brain's the same way. You can scan a person's brain and guess how old they are, but this new study looks at the effect exercise has on your brain's apparent age. So they had a bunch of people, 130, half of them did tons of exercise for a full year. They were exercising 150 minutes a week.
Wow.
Like running, cardiovascular stuff. And then they had another group that didn't do that exercise, and they scanned their brains before and after. And what they find is when you're doing that much exercise, your brain's actually getting younger looking.
Wow.
And this is not just great when you're checking out your brain in the mirror, it's great because you're on a trajectory towards old age. And if you're managing to keep your brain young, you're not going to get to that senescence as quickly. And so you're actually, by exercising in your younger years, you're keeping your brain working longer into long life.
Good news, everyone. Exercise makes your brain younger. Bad news, it involves exercise. Back to you, Dan.
Oh, you are good. All right, my last story. I got to tell you this one. You're going to love this. You're going to fall in love with a cow.
Get ready. I'm ready.
Okay, Veronica is her name, and she is breathtaking because she can use tools. So Veronica is this cow. She's a Swiss brown cow from Austria, and she's using a tool, a broom, like a Swiss Army knife. What's really cool about this is she can pick up this broom. I know, aren't you in love? She scratches herself, but look, depending on where she's scratching, she uses a different end of the broom. And so this is why scientists are so excited. First of all, for a cow to use a tool, that's like chimpanzee level stuff. But for her to use the same tool differently depending on what she's trying to get done with it, that's next level. And so people are blown away, and we realize cows are just way smarter than we thought.
Absolutely fantastic, Dan. Scientists say Veronica's tool use is rare. If she keeps this up, management says she's on track for Employee of the Month. Dan Riskin, thank you so much. This has been your TGS News headlines from the world of science.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.